Hey, we are live again. Dynasty Mirror Search for Huru. Thank you all. Thank you, everyone who is watching. Thank you so much for joining. It really means a lot. Again, thank you so much for joining. Make sure you hit that like button. Again, please hit that like button. I'll greatly appreciate it. Also, make sure you share. Make sure you subscribe. Also, go to dynastamir.com, dynastamir.com. Also, visit Donfo, Danfo, Donfo.Africa. Again, make sure you visit Donfo.Africa. Guess what? I'll be 40. I will be 40 years old. Let me close this real quick. There we go. Bam. I will be 40 years old. The big 40 here in 10 days. Again, I will be the big 40 in about 10 days. You can see the gray right here. The little gray right here. See the gray? See the gray? Someone was asking me today, Dynasty, are you gonna put some dye on the gray? I said, no, I'm keep the gray. I'm gonna keep the gray. It's a sign of wisdom. So I got the little gray right here on one side. I'm gonna keep that gray right there. I'm not gonna dye it. No. Um, what's the I forgot the name of the little dye. The just for men. Just for men. No, just for men. Nah, we gonna keep that gray. We gonna let the grays come in all over, all over. We gonna let the grays all over come in. It's okay. I'm gonna embrace it. I am going to embrace it. I love it. But I'll be 40 again. I will be 40 pretty soon. Pretty soon. I will be 40. What my camera feel like it's? There we go. That's a little bit better. Yeah, I will be 40 pretty soon, guys. And I'm looking forward to, man. I'm looking forward to my 40s, the new this new chapter in my life. I'm looking forward to it, man. I can't wait. I remember when I was 20. Hell, I remember when I was 30. But now I am turning 40. The big forte. There we go. There we go, Sky Daddy. The big forte. I'm turning 40. The big forte. So I am looking forward to it. Again, guys, like, share, subscribe. Go to dynastybeer.com. Make sure you visit Donfo, Danfo.Africa. You can see it down there on the ticker. Tour, Sierra Leone. We're rolling in 12 days. We're rolling in 12 days. We are leaving out of JFK Airport. Again, we are leaving out of JFK Airport, headed to, hey, Willa, headed to Sierra Leone. Looking forward to it. It's for the citizenship ceremony. Juanita Ramey. I'm 39 and holding. I'm still in the witness protection program hiding from AARP. Okay, Juanita, if you're in the AARP, if you're hiding from AARP, Juanita, you are you in your 50s. You can start getting those AARP benefits. What, at 62? Was it age 62 or age 65? So yeah, Juanita, you just told on yourself. You're in your 50s, hovering off 60, but that is okay. That is okay. It's not this. Oh, it's 55 plus for AARP. I thought it was when you turn 62. Or is it 62 or 63 where you get Social Security? Oh, it's 50 for AARP. Okay. So yeah, so go ahead, Juanita, take advantage of those AARP benefits. Your was it the golden sneakers where you get the free gym membership? Golden sneakers. Go ahead and take advantage of those AARP benefits. Go ahead when you pull up to the McDonald's drive-through. Again, when you pull up to the McDonald's drive-through, um, ask for your senior citizen discount. My dad used to do that all the time, y'all. So whenever we went to eat fast food, we pulled through the drive-through. He said he wanted a senior citizen discount. My dad used to do that all the time. You say senior citizen discount. I actually think it was so funny. Like literally. I need to see my Niger shirt. My Niger shirt. Let me back up a little bit. There we go. Look at my Niger shirt. Literally, I swear, my dad used to pull through the drive-through, McDonald's, Burger King. He'd say, "Senior citizen discount." First thing out of his mouth, senior citizen discount. I used to just laugh. I mean, he was serious. My dad, rest in peace, Albert Horton Hollis. He was serious about that senior citizen discount. No, I'm dead serious. He was serious about that senior citizen discount, y'all. Dead serious. The minute he pulled through, order that food, senior citizen discount. That's all he would say. He will want a senior citizen discount. So, guys, like, share, subscribe. Tour Sierra Leone. We are rolling in 12 days. So then I still use I lost my college ID. And plus, my college ID I don't think will be really any good because I legally changed my name. So yeah, so I legally changed my name. So I don't think my college ID will work anyway. But I lost my college ID. I never got a new one for some reason. But what I would do, so there's another player on the team. His name was Danny Ware. Right. So when I moved off campus, we were only allowed to eat. I'm sorry. When I moved off campus, we were only allowed to eat one meal a day on campus, the training table. So the training table was for athletes. It was for athletes. So we were only allowed to eat one meal a day if we moved off campus. But what I would do, there was a guy on the team that looked just like me. His name was Danny Ware. So sometimes he'll give me his ID and I would use it to sneak into the dining halls on campus when I was at UGA. So I would sometimes take his ID and sneak into the dining halls when I was on, when after practice. So after football practice, I would follow the guys over to the it's called East Campus Village. It was the new dorms, very nice new dorms on campus. So I would follow them over to ECV. That's what we call it. Yeah, he played for the New York Giants. So I would follow them over to ECV to eat at the dining hall there, and he'll slide me his ID, and I'll just scan it or show it to the person, and then they'll let me in. And bro, I used to go in there, get me Philly cheesesteaks, pizzas, fries, all that good. It was good, man. ECV was off the chain. ECV was off the chain. So yeah, but I'm telling you, the best dining hall that I ever ate at when I ran track in college. We used to run indoor. We would go to Virginia Tech. We would always run a track meet at Virginia Tech. And I ate at the dining hall at Virginia Tech in Blacksburg. That was the best on-campus dining hall that I ever eaten in my life. Again, that was the best. Trapland, you with the Clayton State? I never ate the food at Clayton State's dining hall, but I've been to the dining hall several times. I used to when I did sales for Centos, that was like one of my accounts I was trying to get. So I used to always go into the dining hall at Clayton State, but I never ate the food. But the dining hall at Virginia Tech. Now this was back in 2003, 2004. When I say that food was like gourmet, off the chain, man, that food was so good. So I remember, I forgot what happened. Like we came that Friday. I want to say something happened, like the track meet got canceled. Like it was an indoor meet, but I think it got canceled or I ran early in the day. Like I ran early. And then the meet, once it ended, because usually how it goes, you got all the boring stuff up front. Then in the middle, you got the sprints. And you got more boring stuff at the end, like the long distance, like the 4K and all that other crazy stuff. So I remember, I think I ran early. I ran the indoor 60. That's all I ran. I ran the indoor 60 and did, or 55, 60, something like that. And I think after the meet, a girl from Virginia Tech, she was a thrower. So me and her kicked it. She showed me around campus, and I was like, "Look, I'm hungry. So, come on, come to the dining hall." And I was like, "How am I gonna get in? I ain't got no money." I wasn't trying to spend no money. They gave us like a little allowance, but I was trying to pocket. Like whenever they gave us allowance, like at the football games or like at track meets, they'll give us like $15 or like $10. I'll try to pocket. Back then, $10, $15, back like 2003, that was enough money to fill up the. I had a Mustang that I had got a Corvette. But that $15, that'll give me enough gas to run around campus all week, do what I need to do. That $15 was good money back then. So I would take that money, the little per diem they would give us, and I'll just put it in my pocket. And she's like, "No problem, I got you. They'll let you in. I got you." I wish I knew her name. I'm gonna look her up. She was cool as hell. Oh, players getting to the bag now. Listen. At UGA, University of Georgia, everybody got a brand new Challenger, 2021, 2022 Challenger, 2022 Hellcats. I mean, you look in the parking lot, you see Hellcats, Challengers, Chargers, Camaros, all types of stuff. Yeah, they were doing the scooters when I was on campus too. They had the scooters. See, when I was on campus, everybody rode like old school. Like they had box Chevys, they had bubbles. You know, I had a Corvette and I had a Mustang. I had a Mustang and I got a Corvette. But anyways, so she took me to the dining hall. Man, that was an experience. Like I said, that was an experience, man. That Virginia Tech dining hall, man, I was in heaven. I'm like, this is how y'all eat on a daily basis? Hell, I might need to transfer to Virginia Tech. Hell yeah, I had a sidekick. Hell yeah, I had my T-Mobile sidekick. I had my T-Mobile sidekick. Did you have a flip phone too? Flip phone too? Did you have a flip phone too? My first phone was a little Sprint flip phone. Then I got the T-Mobile sidekick. Yeah, hell yeah, I had the side. They need to bring the sidekick back. If y'all don't, you youngsters, y'all might not know what a T-Mobile sidekick is. Hold on one second. Let me pull up a T-Mobile sidekick. They need to bring back the T-Mobile sidekick. Here we go. Hold on, guys. Here we go. Right here. T-Mobile sidekick. Let me go back. Hold on one second. I wonder what happened to my sidekick. For you young folks who don't know what a T-Mobile sidekick is, hold on one second. Let me pull this up. Yeah, so I took a visit to Notre Dame, but see, when I went to Notre Dame for my recruiting visit in '99, they gave us. We didn't eat in a dining hall. They gave us like I'm gonna tell you, who had some good food. Hold on. Where's my T? Where's the T-Mobile sidekick at? Here we go. Hold on one second. Here we go. Here we go. This is my phone. Nah, this is what I had back in college. I had a T-Mobile sidekick. You couldn't tell me nothing. And you really couldn't tell me nothing once I figured out how to text on it. Like when I figured out how to text on my T-Mobile sidekick, you couldn't tell me nothing. Yeah, but I had a T-Mobile Sidekick. That's what I had, y'all. T-Mobile Sidekick. It was flossing. And listen. I used to just walk around like this. Just walk around between class. Just walk around. Yeah, then the razor came out. Then the razor came out. But I should just walk around like this with my T-Mobile Sidekick. You couldn't tell me nothing. And then, when I was on campus or whatever, I used to ask for a girl's phone number, and I used to pull out the Sidekick, and the thing used to do that right there. Like it was the flip part to put the number in. When that flip part, like when I used to ask for the phone number, and so I used to pull out my Sidekick, and that used to flip right there. I used to put the number in. Man, you couldn't tell me nothing, bro. I was pipping with my T-Mobile Sidekick. Like I said, you couldn't tell me nothing, bro. When I had my T-Mobile Sidekick. I wonder, did I ever get a razor? I don't remember if I got a razor. Yeah, man, that swivel screen. I should make that thing swivel. Ask old girl for a phone number. Hit, that thing to swivel the screen. Get the number, put it in, swivel it back. Man, they need to bring back the Sidekick. I don't know how they would do it, but they need to bring back the Sidekick. Like I said, I don't know how they go. I don't know how they'll do it, but they need to bring it back. Yeah, but I gotta figure out. I gotta look old girl up, man. But she was cool as hell. Uh, like I said, she was a thrower. She did the shot put or something. I think this is like back in 2003, women's Virginia Tech track team. So that would be like 2003. Let's see here, because 2000, I got hurt 2001. Yeah, it was like 2003. It was a 2003 or 2004. But yeah, yeah. Why my screen freezing? Yeah, this computer's been acting up lately. I think it's time for me to get a new joint. Yeah, this computer's been acting up, so it's about time for me to get a new joint. Change my browser. No, it's all right. I like this Brave browser. I like this Brave browser. But look, y'all, I'm gonna open up the lines. If you'd like to call in, you want to go ahead and jump on, go ahead. Guys, hit the like button. Nah, she was dark skinned and thick. She was cute though. She was cute as hell. She was a shot putter, but she was cute. Yeah, but I forgot where how I met her though. I think I met her like the night before the track meet or like right before the track meet. And she came up to me, introduced herself, and then we just kicked it like for that day. She took me all around campus. Or I'm trying. I think what happened. Okay, I think this is what happened. This is what happened. So like Blacksburg, Virginia, like it's odd. Blacksburg, Virginia, from Athens, Georgia, where I went to school at, is only like a 4 hour drive. Like it's not that bad of a drive. So I want to say we drove up like the same day. Like we drove up on a Saturday. I ran, met her, and then the meet was on a Saturday. The meet was a Saturday and a Sunday. So I ran on Saturday, but I didn't have to run on Sunday. So Saturday is when I ran. Then Sunday, when everybody else was running, me and her kicked it. So that's what happened. Because Blacksburg, let's see here, Blacksburg, Virginia to Athens, Georgia. Like it's not a long drive. Like it was odd. Okay, 6 hours. That's still not bad. Yeah, 6 hours. So we drove up the same day. I got off the bus, shook out the cobwebs, hopped on a track, ran. I won. I won. I won. And then yeah, that was it. Go ahead, Jay.
Hey, Prince, what's going on, big bro?
Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead. Everything's good, brother.
Yeah, can you hear me? Okay, okay. Yeah, I was just checking in, man. Just saying what's up to you real quick, man. You taking us down memory lane real quick, huh? The sidekick.
Yeah, with the sidekick. Yep.
Yeah, let me tell you that campus. Everybody talk about that too, because like you right about that. Virginia Tech did have the best food though, because I've been there a few times. Like I went to school in Virginia for a little bit before I came back to Jersey, and it's actually funny because some people don't ever notice. It's like if you go to like a really top school, you go to quote unquote a prestigious school, you expect them to have good food, but it's not like that. When I was at Notre Dame, the food was trash, big bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you, Prince, the food was trash. We had to keep leaving campus all the time to go get something to eat. But yeah, but Virginia Tech, I remember that though. They did have some really excellent food there.
Man, that food was off the chain, bro. Like I remember like that shit. Guy, listen, I'm gonna find this girl. I'm gonna find this girl, y'all. I'm gonna find her. I'm gonna find her. Like I'm find her. But yeah, Virginia Tech was off the chain. Somebody said,
Yeah,
"Diners, please get to the topic." I'm going to listen. God, I'm gonna get to the topic, y'all. Like I'm just reminiscing a little bit. I'm gonna get to the topic. Just give me a chance. Goodness, just give me a chance. We gonna jump into the topic. But y'all, if y'all want to call in, my Nigerian brothers and sisters who are in the chat room, if you want to join the combo, you're more than welcome to. Jay, what years were you at Notre Dame?
Oh, I was there between. I left actually. I only did 3 years there. I went to Princeton after. I was there between 2012 and 2015. Then I went to Princeton after.
Okay, yeah. So I took my recruiting visit to Notre Dame in '99. So
Oh wow.
yeah, so that was a
I,
long time ago.
yeah, and all this time I thought you was. We thought I thought you was. I thought it was the young same age. You I thought you was a young person too.
Bro, I'll be 40 in 10 days.
Well, God bless you, man. It's looks like the heavens have blessed you, man. You look like you 28, 27.
No, I'll be 40. I'll be 40 in 10 days, bro. I'll be
Yeah,
40 years old.
that's the best part about us as
Yeah,
black
man.
people.
So
As they say, black don't cry.
yeah, if you take care of yourself, if you take care
If
of
you take
yourself.
care of yourself, that's true.
Yeah. Black don't crack if you take care of yourself. But if you don't take care of yourself, then black is definitely cracking. If you putting BDLs and all this other crap they got going on these days, and sipping perp all day, and
Yeah,
smoking all day, and
yeah.
all that stuff.
That's why I try to tell people to stay away from that stuff. I was glad. Well, I'm glad I never had that level of influence. I never drank, never smoked, never did any of that stuff.
Mhm. Yeah, so when you're doing all that stuff, man, smoking and drinking and sipping perp and all that other stuff, man, yeah, black is definitely gonna crack.
Why did you go to
Yeah.
VTech?
No, I didn't. I went to University of Georgia, but we had a track meet. So every year when I ran indoor track for University of Georgia, we would
Yeah.
run. we had to meet at V Tech, and so
True.
every year. Yeah, so that's how that's how my experience is at V Tech. But V Tech was a nice campus, man. The food was great.
Yeah,
So
it was a great atmosphere. It was a great atmosphere there. I've been there a couple of times because I got a lot of cousins that actually went to Virginia Tech. I went to school in Virginia for a little bit before I moved back to Jersey. So it was yeah, I've been there a couple of times. It's a really nice environment too. Like they really, because Virginia Tech overall is a really great school, and it has
mhm.
a lot of diversity too. Yeah, I was we played one of the hardest place. It was actually kind of funny too. One of the hardest place to play in a country was Virginia Tech and University of Virginia. Whenever we got there, damn, that crowd was no joke. Like I
Oh, you
remember,
play what sports did you play?
I was on the soccer team at Notre Dame.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was an environment because that's the thing with soccer too. It depends on where you are because a lot of people don't know that
Mhm.
it's like depends on what state you're from. When you walk into whatever campus or you walk into whatever environment, you know you're about to have a tough day because Jersey, New York, Cali, Virginia, North Carolina, and Texas are probably that would be the powerhouse. Sometimes Florida, sometimes that's the powerhouse for all the soccer schools. And whenever we walked into Virginia, yeah, you about to get this work.
Yeah.
You
So
you about to get this work. It was tough when you walked into Virginia Tech. Well, Virginia Tech not so bad. Yeah, they still gave us a lot of work, and it was funny too because Virginia Tech when we played at Notre Dame, they had a lot of Ghanaian players. It's a lot of Ghanaian
mhm.
players. Yeah, it was a lot of Nigerian players that played for the Cavaliers, that played for the University of Virginia. So we were getting a lot of trouble, especially on that defense. I was, once you stepped on that field, you about to run at least 6 miles.
Mhm. Yeah, my homeboy, Tony Chinakwe, he so I guess UC Santa Barbara had a real good soccer team.
Always, they've been having a they've been a powerhouse before I was even born. They were
Right.
yeah they've been
So
like that.
right. So my homeboy, he played soccer for them.
Okay,
Yeah, he played soccer for UC Santa Barbara. So
okay, yeah he must be part of the elite squad then because that's hard to do.
oh yeah, I don't know. I just know he
If you play for any of the UCs, even Berkeley and what's his name
uh-huh.
UCLA, if you play for USC, UC Berkeley or UCLA, UC Santa Barbara, you right there because they California is also a soccer state.
Right.
California is a soccer state. Yeah, I remember probably the toughest one of the toughest people, and I regret it till today. Like getting on the field with players from UCLA. Whew,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Was
that was
a different beast.
yeah. I had to pray to the gods of Ghana before the game. I had to
Okay.
call out, yeah, you got to call out the ancestors before the game, man. That was a different time. You got to call out
Okay.
the ancestors before you stepped on the field with that one. Them boys would give you real work. Them
Mm.
boys, and that was the first time. It was actually kind of funny too, because I was very ignorant. I was kind of ignorant of seeing African American players because in
Mhm.
Cali, there's a lot of African American soccer players, which is weird because you never, especially being an immigrant, you never think of African Americans playing soccer. So,
Right.
yeah, a lot of the UCLA players, a lot of them they weren't children of immigrants at all. They were actually just directly from, they were African American.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, those were the times they would give you some real work. That was the first time I saw, and I was kind of happy about it, kind of seeing African American kids playing soccer, like, because it's like getting out of their comfort zone. When it comes to the
Right.
brothers here, a lot of African Americans play basketball, baseball, and football. So
Right.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Go ahead, Brandon. Let me just tell Brandon.
I just want to know what happened with old girl from Virginia Tech.
Man, Brandon, you on your Obama phone, bro. You on your
No, I
Obama
know. I
phone.
just got one question. Did you and old girl from Virginia Tech hit it off?
Obama, you on your Obama, Brandon. You got to get off the Obama phone, bro.
Okay, can you hear me better now?
It's a little bit better. Go ahead.
Did you and old girl hit it off? The girl from Virginia Tech?
No, we just literally, I just we hung out that day. That was it.
Damn, that's terrible. The one that got away,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. That we hung out that day, and that was it. Yeah. So yeah, that was it, man. I never saw her again. I don't think I even talked to her, got a number. I just know she took me around campus, we ate, and that was it. Yeah, that was it. Oh, we lost Brandon. Yeah, Brandon's on that Getro. Tim, my Sierra Leone brother, go ahead. Unmute yourself. Hold on, let me unmute you. Go ahead.
What's going on, Dinus?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Doing good. Yeah, I just came over here, just to give you your props, for putting up my country on the map,
Okay, I appreciate it.
and
Are you in Sloan now? Or are you in the States?
well, I go back and forth now. I recently
Okay.
lost my dad, so I go back and
Okay.
forth every 3 months.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. I'll be back in Salone in 12 days. Well, 13 days.
Yeah, I was back there about a month ago. Yeah. So I just came to give you your props. You do an outstanding job, and very few people out here really know about the stories of Sierra Leone, or Africa as a whole, the motherland. And you are
Yeah.
one of the people that actually open the eyes, because I always say there are three. I've been in the United States for like 24 years, going on 25 years. So,
Okay.
and in all that time, I engaged with a lot of African American, dated a lot of the women, hang with some of the men, and there always was the issue of the Discovery Channel image of Africa
Right.
as a backward place where there are a lot of lions and starving kids with flies on their face. That's all that goes on. But trying to tell people this, what you're doing right now, the reward gonna come down the road, because for 25 years we've been trying forever, trying to get people to know, and
Right.
it's only when people like you actually go out there, because you're from the United States, and you go out there and see you go actually with the people and see the process being
That's right.
done, and you have live evidence of it being done. I think that's the tipping point, that could get most of our people, the awareness that they need.
Right.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead.
No, but I was gonna say, Afrobeat. I think we got the Vanilla Ice of Afrobeat coming soon. This group
Vanilla Ice of what? Say that
Afrobeat.
again.
He's coming. He's coming. It's gonna
A
happen.
white dude, a white dude trying to do
Yeah,
Afrobeats.
Oyimbo, man. Oyimbo, it's coming, man. It's gonna come.
Where,
Watch.
where is he stationed at? Where
No,
is
I'm
he at?
saying it's. I'm saying it's coming.
Oh, no, come on now. Nah, we can't have that. That's
It's gonna happen,
misappropriation.
man. It's gonna
It's,
happen.
al-
Misappropriation. But
it's already
this the
here.
thing right there. We need to protect intellectual property.
It's
We don't believe in
Afrobeats,
that, bro. We don't believe that. We don't believe in that.
Afrobeats is intellectual property. You know what I'm saying? Zonto, all these genres are intellectual property of Africa, and we can't have nobody
Ain't no intellectual
misappropriate.
property, bro. It's all for sale, man. Ain't no
it's
intellectual
all it's
property.
all it's all it's all for sale. That's what Prince said. It's all for sale. Exactly. They talking about what do you call it? You can't have no vanilla. They already got one scheduled. They already got one
Who is?
scheduled. They already got a Vanilla Ice scheduled for Afrobeats.
But listen, this is the thing right here. What I always say. And all this time I've been in the United States, there was a reason why I gravitated to black people. Because back home, there's certain thing a white man will never get. A white man will never get street credit for wearing African clothes. Even eating African food, doing parts of the culture, and wanna go in there and integrate themselves or run the show in African culture. That's never gonna happen. Why? Because when I grew up in Sierra Leone, and live here. A white man never get that credit, because when you come over and try to tell people what to do in their culture, you know what they say? Sit your ass there, white man. You don't get no street credit. In fact, that was the reason why, if you mix race, you go to our schools, when we were in schools, we were clowning mixed race kids every day. When they want to attach themselves to African culture or whatever, they're going to anything that they're going to compete with a local. They say, sit your ass over there. White man, get out of the way. That happens a lot to the Lebanese. As a Lebanese in Sierra Leone, that's what you're doing now. As a Lebanese in Sierra Leone called Hafiz Aboud. His dad came from Lebanon, opened big businesses in Sierra Leone, and he was born in Sierra Leone. He was born in Sierra Leone, and he knows to speak the Creole very clearly. You see what I'm saying? When they had this guy, what's the actor's name? Idris Elba. Yeah, when Idris Elba, they were giving Idris Elba his citizenship. This guy went on radio ranting about he was born in Sierra Leone, and why is there a law that says only Negroes, the only people that could be Sierra Leonean have to be of Negro descent. Why that sort of educated them. Some professors, like my dad, is one of the leading professors, RIP to him, for political science in Sierra Leone. Over 30 years, he ran the department of political science and economics. And he also had stints in government, represent the country as a foreign minister, you know. And he was one of the key guys that wrote the latest constitution of 1992. They had contributions from the university, and they made it strictly clear that only Negroes or people of Negro descent should be citizenship. So the guy had to be educated that day. So what he did the next day was take out his charity events and whatever. You know what them boys did? The building he had, where he had his charity events and whatever, and because he got mad because they didn't want to give him the citizenship, them boys went over there and bound the building down. When it comes to certain things, like Sierra Leone, I know for in particular, if you don't come from the 16 tribes, what? That's one thing Sierra Leoneans were all sacred. You're not gonna come in and take some kind of genre or music or whatever and try to be in school. You come in, you mix with, we clown you. Those kids don't hang. They hang with white kids or they hang with mixed race kids. They don't, because they eat fufu and whatever. We're laughing at them all the time. They're telling, there was one professor from the United States that used to come over, you know, to the university. You understand? My dad invited him over to the house one time. So this guy, his wife has a PhD. She studied in Ghana. She had a PhD in African studies. And so this guy wanted to eat fufu and cassava leaves. I'm telling you, could you believe diners, that man sat in that dining room table eating cassava leaves? Our whole all the neighborhood came into our house. Everybody wanted to clown this white man eating cassava leaves. They were trying to clown him. So Sierra Leone, we don't play that. So I don't see how AfroBeats and what. Nah, you know, I'm telling you, Lebanese, even Lebanese, they were born there. Even when they speak local languages, they clown them. They say, why don't you do that in Lebanon? Why don't you go to Lebanon? Why don't you go to Europe or whatever? Nah, that does not happen. So even girls that date them white boys, nobody wants to mess with them. So they give you a label. You're a prostitute or you're a gold digger. You're a prostitute or a gold digger. Nobody wants to mess with you. So that stain right there is there. The only reason they get close to a white man is because they're suckers. They're trying to drain them out their money and get everything they could get for them. But certain secret things, bruh, I'm telling you, that's not gonna happen. They're gonna try, but it's not gonna be well received. It's not gonna happen. What?
Yeah, Prince.
Yo,
Yeah. Amara, you gonna have to take it down a few notches, man. You're a little too amplified. Can you turn your volume down?
Just give me a minute.
Yeah, because they
no, he
complain
sounds
about
fine to me. He sounds fine to me.
Okay.
everybody. They was talking about it in the chat. That's why, and it sounded a little loud. But yeah,
Oh,
what I
okay.
was trying
No. I think they're saying that he's hyper. Like I don't think
oh, he's
his
hyped up.
volume. I think
Okay,
he's just
my
saying
bad.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but here's what I'm saying. Here's what's gonna happen. There is going to be a Vanilla Ice for Afrobeats. Here's the reason why. One thing that a lot of people don't know, pay attention to some of certain groups, some of the Afrobeat groups that is coming up, right? I didn't notice this until I was in Ghana a couple of years ago. Some of the major ones, some of the major Afrobeats ones, like the ones that are real popular or they're in the mix of it, some of them are already on white owned labels.
But they all are. I
Well,
mean,
I
a
agree.
twin cat.
That's
Twin,
not the
twin
point.
cat issue.
Wait. Amara,
Mhm.
calm down, brother. Yeah, you got your chance to talk. Let me explain to you how this works. If they're on white owned labels, once you get on Sony, Columbia, Empire, whatever it's called, once you're on these labels, you do what they tell you to do. That's how this situation works. There's a reason why Jennifer Lopez was representing Motown Records at the damn BET Awards. That's not a coincidence. You do what these people tell you to do. Those record labels are going to tell you. Now, back home in Africa, will we not sign on to it? Probably not. We'll probably resist it for a little bit. But knowing how Africans are and how we sell each other out for nothing, it's going to work. It's
I
going to
beg the
work.
differ. I beg the differ, bro.
It's going to work because here's
I
the
beg
thing.
the differ. I
Let me
beg the
tell you.
differ. Let me tell you why. Let me
Let
tell
me
you why I beg the differ.
hold on for a second. Let me tell you why they're going to sell out. They're going to sell out because of one simple reason. Black people nowhere, whether it's African Americans or Caribbeans or African people, black folks in general don't gatekeep their culture. The
Facts.
Brazilian the Brazilian music that comes out of Brazil, even the black Brazilians there, they can barely hold on to their music. The white Brazilians take their music, take it over to Portugal and sell it and bring it back to them for cheap. Black folks don't gatekeep their culture in any society. So they already got us. You can talk about, you could throw up some Pan-Africanist fist and talk about this and this and that.
Nah.
It's cool. It's cool. I feel you too, bro. I wish we could defend it, but brother, the way we be selling each other out, Amara, trust me, they already got us.
Now, okay, let's get some specificities out here.
Okay.
Okay. No, that's what I'm saying. Let's get some
Yeah.
specificities out here. Okay, the market in Africa is there, but like say you run concert and tours, you're not gonna get as much money as your counterparts in America, Europe, all them other places. Okay, that's because of this the standard of living. In African places, you're not gonna get that much money. Okay, so that's the grassroots. Okay, it's like rappers coming out of the hood, they know the hood. The people over there representing them. Now, when you want to go to another level, okay, and go to a bigger audience, what they call this crossover thing and whatever, when these guys sign up to these labels, their number one reason is to give them access to a bigger audience. Okay. Now, when you're doing this on your back pocket, you have a short leash. You see what I'm saying? These African guys are opportunists. They come in, they'll sign with the label just to get access to a bigger audience. They do a tour in any of these big venues that the American artists go or the European artists go. You understand what I'm saying? They're bringing more money. Watch these guys down the road, how they'll switch on the labels. I'm telling you, all they're trying to do is typical. Your home crowd is your home crowd. You're not gonna get Africans to pay $100 a ticket to go watch you at a stadium. No, you can get them to pay $1. You can get them to pay $5. But after you do that for a while, you want a bigger plate, and the white man is just not gonna let you get into no arena or whatever. So you buy access. You play a role. When you get in, you big, you break away. That's what Africans are doing. So don't look at it from the surface like they're selling out and the guys are nah. Yes, you can do some songs. If you're good at you believe in what you believe in, you can produce 1,000 songs. You believe in what you believe in. Okay? Now you want to get access. It's just like how the rap game was. A lot of them they sell 1 million whatever CDs or tape, whatever, but never play them on radio. How do you get radio access? You have to get with the big producers and whatever. In this case, they saturated the local scene. The local scene is saturated. They're done with that. They can get the most money that they can get. Now, the white man comes over and say, okay, I'll get you access to this if you do such and such. Okay, at the back of your mind, you don't like it. But you play along. You play along, you gain your fame. When you can strike your own deals, you're big enough to strike your own deals. See how these African boys break away. That's when you go see their real true color, and they will tell the white man to your face how they feel about everything.
He's got a point.
That's what it is.
That part is true. What he said. Yeah. That part is what he said. Sorry to interject, but like, yeah, there. He's true. What Jay Bonds was saying is also true. They're gonna try, definitely. Like, because like the change that I've seen in like Afrobeats from like say the 90s even, because I mean the names seem to have changed with the music. I mean more primarily like say with Ghanaian music and stuff like that. I first started listening to it in the 90s, and when I see how it's changed from the 90s to now, it's obviously exploded. But the thing is with what Amara is saying is that like the West, they won't be able to control Afrobeats because for a start, they're in the wrong location. One thing about like the African artists is they make sure that whatever they're doing, they've got the respect back home. You get what I'm saying? The minute they lose that, nobody will play their stuff. Do you get what I'm saying? So they have to make sure that the whole market is locked down. They will try, definitely, like they're doing now. Certain artists and whatever are trying hard to get those collaborations. Like all you got to do is just like watch some of them. A lot of them are trying hard to get those US collaborations, etc., etc. So that will come, and then do it, and then doing that, you're definitely gonna eventually come across like with what you're talking about now. This Vanilla Ice character that's gonna come. That's gonna happen. I'm even hearing now some guy called Ed Sheridan is supposed to be going to Ghana for what?
Well,
like what? No one's gonna listen to you. Yeah, go on.
I disagree, bro. I disagree.
No, I hear where you're coming from, but yeah, go
ahead. Max, Ed is from your side, right? He's from the UK, right?
Who? Apparently, I know of him, but I'm not really familiar with.
Ed Sheeran is very popular. Like he's a UK. Well, he's not a UK artist.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, he's a global artist now. He's a really big deal actually right now. But he's been but yeah, here's the thing. Let's get it straight. I hope what Amara is saying, I hope it happens 100%. I hope we're able to resist that nonsense, and Africa is able to prevail with Afrobeats. But the truth about it is that here's the thing, Max. Prince and I are talking from an American point of view. As people that grew up here, we know how these record labels they operate, and you know how brothers are. You give them 2 white girls, next thing you know, that's it. You give them 2 white girls, you give them a house, you give them a Cadillac, and next thing you know, they selling out. You understand what I'm saying? We have a culture of doing that. From Muddy Waters. I don't know if you guys know who Muddy Waters are.
I know who Muddy Waters is.
Yeah,
I know who Muddy Waters. I know Muddy Waters, and what you call the other dude? Odell, and what's the other guy's name? The troublesome guy that like to shoot everybody all the time. What's his name?
Who's shooting everybody? What are you talking about?
The dude that Muddy Waters brung up, and you know, went under that white man's label. What's
I
the
don't know.
guy's name? The
Prince,
white,
can you help me out?
the hard-headed guy, the young dude that Muddy Waters was trying to groom. I forgot his name.
I forgot his name too. But here's the thing.
But you
when
know
you
what
look
I'm talking about, yo.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, but we have a history of doing that. Amara, it's like brothers just have a history. Well, not just brothers, but just black folks. We just have a history of doing that. We have a history of just selling out as soon as they get us somehow. It's two white girls in a Cadillac and in the
Bro,
house.
and like I said
I hear
before,
what
the black. It's just like I said before, the black race. It's just we have a sellout
Yeah.
culture, bro.
I hear what you guys are. Yeah, I hear what you guys are saying, but like at the same time, these guys are not American. They're African. There's a difference.
Oh, okay, but Max P, hold on one second. Max P,
It's
explain
like
how.
Max, it's even
yeah.
Max P, the point I'm trying to make. Explain how Soulja won Best Artist at the Grammys.
Yeah, do you know the thing is that this is what I'm saying. They're going to try, but even like say with like, I mean, I don't know what you guys call it out there, but really and truly, like you got reggae and you got bashment, innit?
Yeah, reggae. Yeah.
Like when I talk to like Jamaican people, innit, they're not looking at these guys, innit. So these guys are gonna try. They might get awards in the States, but I mean, it doesn't. You know, it's like, all right, cool, you got an award, like you're recognized for where in the States or wherever where you got your award, and you might be recognized by a lot of people, but that doesn't necessarily make you a quality artist. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, cool, they're gonna get awards and they're gonna try and come out with this Vanilla Ice type character, but like, it's not necessarily. I don't know. It's like in terms of like, I don't think it's gonna. I don't think like necessarily that African artists are gonna just sell out exactly the way you're saying.
Let me say something
that's
real quick.
In that sense, I agree with Amara. That's what I'm saying. So.
Let me say something real quick. You need street cred for everything. Where did the genre grow up? Where did the local people that can relate to it? You see what I'm saying? Then you have imposters that are gonna come in and want to take over the genre. You see what I'm saying? That's a tricky, slippery slope. You didn't grow up in any of the African hoods. You didn't experience none of that. You don't know how to speak the language. Where did you get all that? So your credibility, say for a local audience, like you said in America, yeah, you can do that. What they'll do is give a white man BET, and I say BET award, American Music Award or Grammy for Afrobeats, and they don't give an African in America. But in Africa, they're gonna put the locals on top. So you need authenticity. You need authenticity. Where did the genre grow up? Like rap, it grew up in Harlem. You see what I'm saying? Who lived over there? What did those people live under? What conditions? What did they talk about? Take for example, what you call this guy? What this Nigerian guy's name? This short guy. No, this short Wizkid. Wizkid. Let me take one song for example. Ojubela. I'm not Yoruba, but Ojubela. From what I researched. Okay. You never see a white man hanging on the side as an apprentice, on the side of a van, calling Ojubela. We're going to from Surulere to Ekiti. We're going what I'm saying? They'll be like, white man, come down here, the sun will kill you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's true.
You see what I'm saying? So
they'll turn the heat up on them, man. They'll turn the heat up on them. They wouldn't make it out alive, to be honest.
That's true. Yeah, that's true what you're saying. That's true what you're saying, Amara. But you know what it is? Like I said, I agree with you 100%, Amara. I hope it doesn't happen, but I've seen these people before, especially growing up here in America. Like, let me explain something to you. 20 years ago, there was no way that DJ Khaled in French Montana can use the N-word. But now they use the N-word. They're not black.
I know.
Yeah,
they're not black. 20 years ago when we were growing, when DMX and these guys, when DMX and guys like what's his name? who am I thinking of right now? Some of these people from Dipset,
Tupac.
people like Tupac, people like Jadakiss. I'm talking about an old school squad. You know,
Okay,
KRS.
like KRS-One, Run DMC,
Yeah,
Ice-T.
they couldn't say that. They couldn't say that. What's his name? DJ Khaled and French Montaigne. They couldn't say the N word. Now they use the N word all the time. These two are Arabs.
Yeah.
They are
Yeah,
Arabs just using the N word every single. Who gave them that permission? Who gave it to them? You know who gave it to them, right? It was a piece by piece sellout culture. Once hip hop started selling itself out, black folks started selling itself out. I mean, we bring all types of people around us.
No, but again, the only thing I say about that is the geographical location.
Yeah.
You see everything happening in America and Interscope and Aristar Records and all those big Sony and all those big people ran the big markets. So you had to have access to them. Now we're talking about some white guy being in America or some European country, and the genre is in Africa. Two different geographical locations. You see what I'm saying? Nobody's known. No white man is known to live in the hood under those conditions in Africa. You understand what I'm saying? You pass out. You come out in the sun. You want to hang with boys. Chucking like playing soccer.
Oh yeah, malaria.
You go over there, the boys. You know what they say? Bring some water for this white man, before he pass out on us. You see what I'm saying? Authenticity. So they could hold the U.S. market and these big money-making markets deprive them away from us Africans. But with the geographical location of where it all, started, man, there's no better authenticity than that. There's no better street credibility than that. So,
but they'll try. Definitely with what you're saying, they're gonna try. Definitely, like you can spell it in the air. They're definitely gonna try.
Max, they sometimes. Let me tell you something about white folks. Sometimes, even if they know they will fail, they'll still try. Yeah, they'll try just so they can get the point with it.
And they end up winning like Grammys and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's over the years. Yeah. Like it's over the years, what they've been able to do, Max, it's very quite interesting. It's like you see the way when we were growing up listening to I grew up listening to nothing but Nas, KRS-One, Rakim, Common, Cannabis, the real heavy hitters, like when rap really made sense. Nowadays,
the storytelling.
Exactly. Nowadays you listen to this, like, a white boy gets on a record, and I ain't got nothing to do. I ain't got no offense to these white boys, but like that's just not hip hop. I don't know what the hell they're saying.
It's not. Even the Eminem, they're blowing up.
Yeah. If you want to see,
certain references they make, where that's white people that do stuff like that.
Exactly.
Like you talk about Marilyn Manson, Middle America, somebody shooting somebody in school. It's so far away from the hood.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Think about it this way, Max. If you look at something like Eminem, I have no idea how we were able to just round off a situation in our culture to put Eminem so high on a pedestal. Not only does he have a history of using the N-word, he has a history of insulting black people in general. But we still gave him a platform. We gave him a platform, and we big him up. And he's wearing, you know what I knew there was something wrong with hip hop culture? When I was in elementary school and I saw Eminem get on stage at the BET Awards wearing a blue do-rag. I said, who gave
he quit.
like, seriously, bro, like who gave you permission to be dressed like this? Why are you standing around looking so goddamn buffoonish? Like, and you see a whole bunch of people, D4L, a lot of these people from Detroit, they in the back with him, and it's Detroit. Yeah, we're gonna find a way to sell out our culture. That's just how black folks are.
I agree, and what Dennis was saying, like it's the problem that we have here. This is like as a worldwide community, like different aspects of our culture. We have no defense mechanisms for any of it. It's like we do something, then anybody can do it. You see what I'm saying? It's like no defense mechanisms. If it was like, say, I don't know, let's deal with the Chinese or whatever aspects of their culture. Do you seriously think that it'd be as easy to maneuver amongst them. It's funny, like I'll be on YouTube sometimes and I'll just be like looking at reaction videos certain times. This is for AfroBeats, yeah. Out of the let's say 20 I don't know, 20 videos come up. Out of the 20, 10 of them will be from white people. 10 of them. This is AfroBeats. The top 10 will be white people reacting. So it's like,
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. You're absolutely right. Yeah, because they're the ones that buy even hip hop. White folks buy the records. Black people.
Yeah. The thing is I don't get though is that this is what I don't get is like with AfroBeats now, yeah. Where I agree with you definitely is that I know a lot of these I know these guys because like especially the Ghanaian ones, they're like local boys. A lot of them I like seen them about like if someone knows them or a family member or no family member, whatever. So I've seen a few of them come up from when they were young. And what it is they get gassed and what the whole like concept of being like, okay, yeah, I can make it in the States, I can be like the next hip hop artist. They get obsessed with that. So they just run to that whole concept without thinking about, okay, cool. Like I'm gonna do this and this in the States, but what are the long-term effects? Or how is this gonna affect what we're doing in the future or for the next generations? Because the things primarily with like Afrobeats is like when we say it's a culture in it. It didn't come from us. It came from our forefathers and their forefathers. So it's not just like a fad. Do you get what I'm saying? This is who we are. So it's important to have some kind of defense mechanism to protect that. Do you get what I'm saying? And my worry, like what you're saying, is that because you know, like a lot of people in the music game are quite young. Like what they think about is the glamour and the glitz, and they don't think about the long-term repercussions of what they're doing. The long-term repercussions of what they're doing now can have a major effect in the future.
Yes,
so it's a shame, but I definitely agree with what you're saying. They're gonna definitely try. I just hope that like
they'll try.
I know
They'll
what
try.
I know what I'm doing in terms of like my little piece. I make
I
noise
agree.
when I'm in Ghana. I make pure noise and like I make noise in it, like because I'm like down there on the streets in it, so I make noise, and it's not like you got the whole like, oh yeah, you can't say that, like because you know you got this whole PC thing going on, especially in the West. That don't exist out there. So I'll say whatever. Do you get what I'm saying? The thing is like people get excited when they see glamour and glitz, and they don't think about anything else. With us, we get very excited by them things, and it's like I just hope that it doesn't go the way of hip hop. I just hope that it doesn't.
The UK drill scene, a lot of the UK drill scene, you got to come here, Max P. A lot of these white boys, they're stealing stuff from the UK drill scene and using it for themselves.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the beats, especially the beats. Yeah, I know. Yeah, definitely. But that's what they do. But the thing is, no one says nothing.
That's what they do.
Hey, Max P, I apologize for not greeting you properly. What's up, bruv?
Oh, yeah, I'm good, man. It's like what 1 a.m. in the morning out here, but yeah.
Hey, bro, do you have the food?
Nah, bro. No food today, my friends.
What's up? Hey, y'all, listen, if y'all have not seen Top Boys, hey, check out Top Boys. What's up, bro? You got the food. You have the food.
Hey, that's that Queen's English now. That Queen's English. That's what we got. That's what we got in Sierra Leone, Ghana, Nigeria.
Wait, I don't know about that, boy. It's I don't know. What you're saying, they're gonna try that much. I know, but
they'll try. That's their behavior. Even if and you know sometimes when they try and they fail, what they do next is they destroy. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, because that's kind of like what they do. Is like if they try to get in and they don't get it, they'll definitely try to destroy it. You know, it's but I see it. I see even something weird that I was thinking about the other day, Max. Pay attention to some of the Afro beats. A lot of the videos, I'm starting to see one too many white girls in there.
Yeah,
No, they always had that. They always had that. But this guy, before he died, what's this? He had what's the guy's name?
The guy from Ghana.
No, he's from Nigeria. He did this song. Chris Brown was dancing to the beat. He had that white guy in there. They had a white guy in there dancing.
Yeah,
You know?
I've been through. I was
And
I was
then they have even dance. Even the girls that dance.
Yeah.
Some of them, but you see, but Africans understand that, that's not our local dance, that's exposure. You know, he's bringing in these other overseas models, dancers, and whatever.
That's probably
to
where it's
get
gonna start,
exposure in those countries.
Yeah.
You know,
but
when you come down and dirty to the grassroots, you know, it's all different level.
But the thing is, when you see, when you see the white in the videos, they don't even know what they're doing. They have no idea.
They don't.
They can't move to the
necessarily about it. Yeah, it's not even just the dance. It's not even just that they have no understanding of what form of expression's going on, innit? It's like, this is the thing, and it's like, especially like say with Africa, they don't really like, you don't learn to dance, innit? It's like
it's
natural.
Because it's a
we
form
learned that as kids. Yeah, we learned that as kids. Yeah, it came through the blood when we were
expression. So so it's like when you're seeing them in the videos, it's like, okay, so this is white girls I'm talking about. When you see them in the videos, you're like, okay, how long did it take you to like memorize what you've been
memorize that situation over and over again?
They're gonna laugh at you.
Like what?
They're gonna laugh at you. Yeah, you're right.
They're gonna laugh at you. They watch everything you say. You know, if a guy is giving an interview in Yoruba, they'll be laughing out the whole time because they watch every sentence. He can't keep nothing. He can't keep a beat.
I remember when what's his name first popped out. When Azonto first came around. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody was so fascinated. Like I was walking around campus and a lot of people, like I remember some of the white boys was like, "Hey James, you know how to Azonto?" And I was like,
I don't even want to hear the rest of this. If that was me, luckily for me, for some reason, like white people never even could, because I don't even talk to them about those kind of things. But if they did, I would just walk right past them like I didn't hear what they were talking about. I just wouldn't stand it.
Yeah, it's funny because
if it was me, I would laugh. You know, I'll make jokes of them. I said, okay, so give me a couple of steps on the Azonto.
The thing is, yeah, you know what the thing is? Like these things, yeah, literally, like say with the Azonto, is started by like say, it was started by like old men, you know, like men in their 60s and 70s. They had a certain way of what they would do is like in the region by the coast, they'd have depending on like their trade, yeah. So for instance, if a guy was a boxer, he would do a certain type of move. If a guy was like say a fisherman, he'd do a certain type of move, and like they wouldn't say it verbally, they'd do these certain kind of moves in it. So you'd be like, okay, that's my guy did it.
It was hand signals,
etc. And it started from then, and obviously the young people started doing it, and they started calling it Azonto. Like so, there's a meaning behind it. It's not a fad. But my worry is that this is the flip side to like things blowing up worldwide. People start doing shit without actually understanding what's going on, and then they start thinking it's a fad. The next thing you know, 20 years from now, they're telling you that they created it.
They created it, exactly. You're right. You're right on point. Like that's how it started. Like I was, you can see the evolution of how this thing was dumbed down. Like when we were coming up, I remember the Tupac videos, the Nas videos, Uchiwali, all of those girls were sisters, brown skin, Little Kim, Foxy Brown looking sisters. Getting all the way down to 03 when Fat Joe put out Lean Back, and then Lil Wayne dropped the Carter 1. Then you started seeing when he was dropping Go DJ, you started seeing a whole bunch of white girls. And I was like, what? Yeah, so you started seeing it, and we're slowly seeing it with like I remember being in Ghana and I was watching I went to a party and I was watching in the back of the building, Sarkodie was recording a song. So I was hanging out with my friends one time and I was like, it's a lot of white girls here. Like Max, I'm telling you, it was like literally, it was so many white girls that I was like, it felt like I was back on college campus. I was like, why is there so many white? Why is there so many white women?
They're like headlights, man. It's like you can't breathe without them popping up, literally, man. They're like literally. But I'm hoping that somewhere along the line, people speak up. I'm sure that they will, because I say it all the time when I'm in Ghana. I'm just hoping that like people, as it in mass consent, because that's the last thing we need. The last thing we need is for them to hit Afrobeats what they did to hip hop. So
you know what the biggest these Afrobeats stars, you know what their biggest expectations are? You know, they look at all these big stars made it like in America or Europe or whatever, have this access to this big audience and have this big, all this money. You see what I'm saying? So that's where the thinking is. Not knowing, when you come in and trying to sign contracts with a white man, obviously the white man is going to get a lion's share.
Yeah.
Obviously the white man is going to get a lion's share. That's the only way it gives you access.
Yeah.
But so all those radio stations and all the TV stations and all that. That's how you get access to spread your message.
It's scary. It's scary. It's scary though, Amar, because here's the thing: to think about it today in American culture, jazz, blues, rock and roll, none of it has a black face anymore. It is so disappointing. It is a very disappointing thing. It's like something that we started, and now when you think about rock and roll, the first thing that comes up is AC/DC, Rolling Stones, and Nickelback, and all these other weird people. And it's like, bro, that's not rock and roll. Yeah. That has nothing to do. Yeah, it's a very scary, scary thing to see that at any point in time they can just flip this thing 360 on us and just take away,
it's the lion's share. But the only thing, the streets and the grassroots,
they will never accept it.
We can get that.
Yeah.
And they put you in a box. They're telling the African, you can only rise so much.
Yeah.
Okay, your local audience, your local, the streets, the hood you came from, the country you come from, or they rep you.
Yeah.
If you want to play in the big leagues, we're gonna take the lion's share, bro.
Yeah, like that's the thing in it. But we don't need them though. That's what I hope some of them.
No, it's the greed, it's the boys. They might want to be bigger.
Yeah, we don't need them. We're able to blow up, make millions. Like look at for instance, Wizkid, Davido, and them. They were millionaires before they even got into the States. So it's like,
100%. They could do.
Yeah, they were millionaires.
This is something that we've got in our favor, where it's like,
and they got independent labels.
It's not like your necessity. I'm hoping that they speak up and say that. That's the thing, because like you said, greed. My worry is that they get too greedy, and like a lot of them, they do these deals which we know take place. Without going into detail, and before you know it, they're kissing each other and shit in the mouth and doing the whole rest.
Max,
you see one thing though, BET has really made it hard. They've been suffering lately, but they really made it hard. When the awards for Best African International Artist was first given backstage, they did that backstage for years. The Africans complain, all these other people complain, Then later, they give the awards around the commercial break. Then it was later that it started coming out. That went Burna Boy and then won it or whatever. It took work. Yeah. But the thing is, BET is not owned no longer by a black man. It's owned by a white man. You see what I'm saying?
Bob Johnson sold it.
No, Bob Johnson sold it. He's no longer the owner. The white people run it right now. They own it. So the steps these guys got to take. At one point, what's this guy's name in Ghana?
Which one?
Blackface is Blackface. That's his name, Blackface.
Well, Black.
And Shatawale. He said he's never coming back to America because of the respect he doesn't get.
Yeah,
because white people, he said he had videos. And he was telling every African artist, the hell with the international market. Stick with the grassroots. Shatawale, look at it up on YouTube. When Shatawale was ranting, it said, cussing out. Say the hell with all that. The hell with all that, because they made it harder.
Yeah, but Amara, they was disrespecting us for a long time. Like you just said, why were we at the BET Awards? We were getting the award for the best African artist in the back of the award show. Who does that?
That's because it was the white people that were running it. The white people that were running, they did that.
Yeah, they were doing that because
They
it's
put
it's
them.
like yeah, and you can tell that even now the way BET has just been watered down, it's just disgusting. BET is just basically another. BET is like a damn, what's his name? It's like they call it an LGBTQ parade.
What?
That's what it is. Have you seen the latest? Have you been watching BET lately?
No.
Yeah, you gonna see it. It's a whole bunch of stuff going on that let's just keep it PG-13, but watch the BET Awards. You'll see some stuff that you don't need to be seeing.
Man, you know something? That's why I'm happy we cut the cable. Now streaming services. When I found my kids, I moved them to Sierra Leone because of all this LGBT nonsense.
The garbage.
I moved them out. Yep, they're in school in Sierra Leone. Now, hell, nope, they're not in America no more.
Well, I'm not even gonna lie. What they saying in the chat is true. BET was garbage under Bob Johnson too. I mean, it was.
Yeah, but at least they had some black consciousness. When he sold it, these white people came up with their own thing.
Yeah, they pumped in hella garbage. They started as soon as Bob Johnson sold it for $1 billion, they started pumping in hella garbage into that system.
Yeah. So Shatta Wale when Buck he had a campaign. He said, "The hell with all this international trying to get international recognition. International recognition. The hell with all these people. They put in all these hoops. You got to jump through all these hoops to get international recognition. And why? You see, and that's the problem too. The African psyche, particularly Africans in the big cities, which 90% of us, went to school or got a college degree or something like that. This emphasis on you got to get validation from the international scene, it's a problem. Everything we do, you see what I'm saying, is you get bigger if you go out there and get the white man co-sign on you. You know what I'm saying? That's that's why I'm proud of being African royal. I'm like a third in line to replace my uncle. You see what I'm saying? That's why, 10 years ago, that's why I came up with this consciousness. I was like, man, all this odds are stacked against us. The only way you can win is within your own environment. You see what I'm saying? Everywhere else you go, you're going to play second fiddle. Everywhere else you go, how can you be 6 times smarter than the white man? And, they tell you what to do.
Yeah, we got.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, man, Africans, particularly these people in the big cities, they're gonna collaborate with I can say the black artists, but you're gonna collaborate with such and such, or be involved in whatever awards to get interviewed by such and such radio station. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's to get international award, bro. Grow your grassroots. You see what I'm saying? Grow your grassroots. I'm telling you, that's why I like when we get slapped in the face like that. When we think we need validation from the international community and whatever, and they give us a big fat slap. That's when we wake up and say, oh, this thing ain't really all glitter and gold. It's not everything that shines and gold. Everything we see on TV, it's not what it is. In reality, on the ground, it's a total different ball game. That's when you see there's racism, clear cut. I like it when they take that journey. I mean, we got a real problem, man. It's attitudinal psyche. I'm telling you, every time I go back to Sierra Leone, I stay away from the big cities. I go to the village. You know what I'm saying? I stay the least amount of time in the cities, and I go to the village and get in a charged room, no electricity, no running water. Those people, when they cook for you, when we cook in our village, everything from scratch. They kill that goat, they make fufu or pepper soup or rice or whatever, jollof rice or whatever it is. You eating something nourishing. You breathing the air over there. It's not polluted. You're in there with nature. It helps your consciousness. If you doubt yourself, go to the village and spend like a week and get your consciousness back. I'm telling you,
If I can jump in,
it's
if I
a
can jump
psyche.
in real quick,
Well,
I don't think.
my bad.
Can
My
you hear
bad.
me?
Fly in. Go ahead, bro. Sorry
All
about
right,
that, man. We've
no
been here
worries,
for a while. Sorry
no
about
worries,
that.
no worries. So I'm kind of like on the fence regarding when it comes to kind of the trend that is going on with the Afrobeat, right? I mean, it's kind of multifaceted if you look at it. I mean, there's a lot of history behind Afrobeat, right? I mean, Fela started Afrobeat in a way,
In
and
the 60s and 70s.
yeah, and before, nobody took that over. Nobody can do what Fela did. You know what I mean? So it's not something you can just copy and imitate anyhow. Right? And back in the days, back then, I mean, American music used to be played in like Nigeria all the time, right? It used to be
Even in
rap,
Sierra Leone.
Tupac and stuff. But if you go there now, right, you rarely hear any rap or any hip hop music playing. It's all Afrobeat, right?
Very true. Very true. You're
Yep.
100% right, playing. Yeah, I like that too because we play a lot of our music back home, and I
Yep.
really like that. Yeah, like
Yeah.
when I'm back home in Ghana, all I
Uh,
hear is Afro beats. Or it's if it's not Afro beats, at least it's reggae. You
yep.
understand what I'm saying?
Tyler,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tyler.
Yep. Even
Yeah,
the
I love
clubs
that.
and the radio stations are switching because
Yeah,
the
yeah,
TV and radio, those are the guys that really put out in this English thing. All
yeah.
the kids will know all the words to all the English songs. And like in the 80s, all the English songs we know where we get a notepad, we write the lyrics on the song. We had in school, we had dancing competitions, we had miming competitions. You know, all people grew up, they want to be Michael Jackson or this or that, you know. But Afrobeats and Nollywood, remember, action movies used to be very popular in West Africa. A lot of
Yes,
action movies. You ask
yes.
any kid from school, all the major
Jean-Claude,
American actors,
Jean-Claude Van Damme,
Jean-Claude Van
Arnold
Damme,
Mm,
Schwarzenegger, they name it all.
mm,
They
Point
know,
Blank.
they name you the
Bruce
scene
Lee,
and everything. Now you
Bruce
got
Yeah,
Lee used to be
Nollywood,
big, So yeah,
China
yeah,
or
so
Chinese guys, the Chinese
yeah.
kung fu
Jackie
guys.
Chan,
Yeah,
Jackie
Jackie
Chan,
Chan or Bruce Lee. Yeah,
Jet
that's
Li.
what we grew up to, you
True,
know.
true.
But now
So
these
what?
kids are watching Nollywood. They listen to Afrobeats.
So
They're
what I'm
seeing
trying.
examples. That's what we need. We
So
need a
what?
conveyor belt of examples, producing examples and examples. Then when they see people out there, the examples can do it. You see what I'm saying? Even like when Nigeria won the what you
That
call the thing?
African Cup,
The Olympics.
the Olympics. Okay.
Yeah, when we were playing football in the streets, everybody, all them boys was like, man, we never thought an African can do it. But since Canoe has done it, everybody's trying to take this thing serious when the academy dudes come over to practice so they could get a contract and go, and be big like that. But they need examples. We need a conveyor belt that produces examples in every facet. Then the generational thing, the next generation won't be so hooked as we were,
Yeah.
because
I
our parents was the problem. Because they were
yeah,
trying to be more British than the British themselves. You see
exactly.
what I'm saying?
We got caught in that nonsense. But
Yeah.
one thing to Amara is that a lot of people don't recognize it's not just Afro beats, but here's the thing that people don't recognize about it. Not just Afro beats, but we have not just timeless music, but we have unlimited music. People never recognize that now we can actually even reverse backwards into high life. We
Yeah,
can go all
highlight
the
the
way.
Ghanaian, yeah.
Yeah, we can turn this thing around and go way back 360 from
Yep.
the 60s to the 50s and when
Yep.
our parents were first coming up and our
Yep.
grandparents were listening to that type of stuff, man. So we got a
mm.
vast amount of music, and here's the best part: clean music, very
Yep.
clean.
Clean,
Yeah,
no profanity.
no
No
profanity.
profanity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of this. That's why I always say, God bless our brothers and sisters in America. Hip hop has made a way, but right now, hip hop is just something that it's just completely garbage at this point. it's just completely garbage at this point. Like
What's
when I'm
that
back
Heavy D song? What's that Heavy D song? No cuss.
Black coffee. Oh no, sorry, my bad. Wrong one.
Heavy D song. No cuss. You remember that song, right? No cussing.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
And when I'm back home, when I'm back home in Ghana or I'm back home in Africa, period, whether I'm in Tanzania or Nigeria, when I notice that they're not playing a lot of hip hop music and they're only playing our music, I say God bless, because I if there's one thing I cannot bother to listen to is this garbage hip hop music that they're putting out lately. All this cursing and who shot who and who slept with whose girlfriend and who moved 15 bricks and who's part of this gang and who came from that hood. And I'm like, bro, is there anything else to talk about?
Yeah.
It's true.
It can't be the only thing going on in the hood.
Let me tell Amara, I still till today still love Fela Kuti. Still today.
Yep.
Still today, I still love Fela Kuti. I'm telling you, bro. And that's the best part.
What happened to the other guy, Prince Nico Abaka?
I don't know. I haven't heard from him in a long time. But I'll tell you one thing too, is like when you listen to, that's the one thing with Afrobeats, and I hope that it doesn't change. I'm seeing certain aspects of it that's still staying strong. A lot of Afrobeats is not sexualized. A lot of it is, it's very smooth R&B. It's very much more of a love concept instead of some dirty nonsense, Yeah.
That African feat is more singing, and like that church choir, like thinking, we have the element in there, like any song you see people stressing. Look at this song by Sarkodie and what's this guy that died? This guy.
Oh,
when they were talking about it. When they were talking about the church, you see how he stressed on the vocals.
Yes.
That's typically African. Any African can just randomly sing. We stress a lot on our vocals.
Exactly.
Just generally. Generally, you don't have to sing for nobody. You just singing. We overemphasize. If anything that is out there that comes from, we Africanize it. We stretch the vocals.
You're talking about Castro, yeah?
Castro. That's the guy.
Castro. Castro.
That's the guy that died. You see how he emphasis. You break that song down when his verses came up. How he stretched the vocals. He Africanized the song.
Yeah, he made exactly. You're right about that, Amar. I noticed that. You're 100% right about that. Yeah, he made it real. He made it real deep African. He made it an African. Yeah, he was like, yeah, that's true. That's true. You 100%, man. That's true. I never even noticed that. I never even noticed.
Yeah, that's what it's about. That's what the music is about. So, like you said, like it's very diverse. Because even in, like, say, whether you want to call it Afrobeats or whatever, it's very diverse. Because even, like, say, with the Ghanaian music, it wasn't even up until about 10, 15 years ago. They weren't even calling it Afrobeats. It was all hip life music.
Hip life,
coming from the high. That was coming from Reggie Rockstone and that. So
Reggie and I forget what the dude with the dreadlocks. I forget what his name is. Actually, Reggie got dreadlocks.
It's Reggie Rockstone. I think. Yeah, and
I forget
it's so like
Bruffle.
Yeah, Bruffle and that. It's so diverse and there's so much to it. So, like you said, I just hope that it just doesn't get to the stage of what's happening.
What's his name? I'm glad you said that, Max, too. I'm sorry to cut you off. My cousin was laughing at me the other day. I still got Reggie Rockstone's his tapes. Remember the tapes?
Yeah. He's fire. Like,
the cassette. He put it in there and play the cassette tapes.
Yeah. All of that. And the thing is, I know it's funny because a lot of these, like, say, the Afrobeats artists from Ghana, when they first came out, they weren't calling themselves Afrobeats artists. They were calling themselves hip life artists.
Hip life, yeah.
I'm saying? So it's like Afrobeats has become the name that has kind of like covered all of, like, say,
West Africa. It really is a West African genre.
I'm beginning to wonder, like, who came up? Who, like, is there something going on that I don't know about? Because things suddenly start changing now. It's become a lot more Americanized. So I'm thinking, like,
no, the people that are Americanized know that it's split genres. It has evolved. For example, like Sarkodie.
I'm talking about, like, I'm just talking about the videos. Yeah, I'm talking. Sarkodie.
Sarkodie raps in tweet. Okay, you have other people like MI and other people that rap. Even Fino in Nigeria.
The thing is, with Sarkodie, is when he came out, he was called a hip life artist. hip life was a combination of high life music from the 1920s and hip hop music. That's the reason why he's quote unquote rapping. It's a mix. It was a mix of high life with the hip hop, which is why they called it hip life music. And that's what he was doing. He still does the exact same thing. It's just that the name has changed. But what it is, I'm talking more about, like, say, the videos, like the videos that they're doing now, like they're the same as like the US hip hop videos, more or less, as opposed to before. They weren't necessarily like that. It's like the vibe and like the swag is just kind of like, it's become very similar, if you get what I'm saying.
That's where they disconnect, because I'm telling you, I said sometimes it's nice, but we Africans do it, particularly West Africans. We would like to go, like say I go to any of y'all's houses, okay? We sit back there, we're playing all these videos, and everybody's making comments and whatever. One thing you find out is it's easy for the female audience to tune off. They tune off easy. You see what I'm saying? Then even among the men audience, when they start being gross, it start being vulgar, you know, then you can, and most of those times, you know how we Africans do. We have, like, we all, West Africans in particular, we sit back there watching TV, kids are running around, all that stuff. So you got to be conscious of that and all that. That's just the typical setting. You see what I'm saying? So it's easy for people to just tune off. So it's like these guys are trying to sell. They're seeing what works for the American audience and stuff like that, and they're trying to sell that out. Yeah. Then when they come to the African setting, they do another set of videos for us that's, you know, like family oriented. Because you don't know, okay, all us men right here, but females will want to come and see the children are tuned off. I don't see it's been in and most of those African settings right here in America, where randomly we just, particularly in English-speaking countries, Gambia, Sierra Leone, Nigeria, Ghana, we're hanging in each other's house. And we go through those videos and kids be running around, the females be out there. They start saying, oh, no, change it to something, change the channel into something that we all can watch. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's true. So do you actually see that they're trying to gain the American audience? For example, even scantily clad women. In West Africa, we don't have bikinis. You don't ever see a West African woman walking around with a bikini unless they're prostitutes. You see what I'm saying? Any exposure of your body out there in West Africa, even if you are a high class, highly educated woman, you're going to be mistaken for a prostitute. 100%. So we do not have that. There's a disconnect. You have these women, scantily clad women, dancing with all their butt cheeks hanging out and all that and whatever. You know, quickly the women audience tune off. Even some of the men audience that are not into all that vulgarity, they tune off.
I think you have to also realize some of the guys that are doing the Afrobeat, they're not all born in Africa, right? Yes, some of these guys were born in the States. Some of them were born in UK. You know, even this guy, Obio, what's his name? What's his real name? Obio, but anyway, he was born in the state. He was born in Atlanta, right? So he has the Western influence on his music, right? But he also has to root. He has to root. You know, you guys mentioned about music staying clean. The reason the music stay clean, in most part, I would say 80% of the times, because we still have the African respect. You know what I mean? Because your mom, your dad is gonna see that video. And it's true.
Did you see your daughter, such and such daughter, or such and such?
You go with you that day, you know. So you don't want your pastor coming after you. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly. You know, you go to a function the next day, everybody gonna be looking at you. You know, they will give you that look. West African look.
Like, I believe in Fly. That's true. I think DeVito was even born here. He was born in Atlanta, I think.
He was born in Atlanta. So
you see certain things like that. It's like the African artists directly out of Africa, they still have that old school respect. They still have that genuine home training. You understand what I'm saying? And the ones that come in from outside, they're a little bit much more less they're less prepared. They're not really, they're rough around the edges. They don't have that much respect. Like, if you grew up back home in Africa, you know the rules of engagement. You know the
Exactly.
code, yeah, you know the code of conduct. If you get out of line, somebody's gonna stretch you. Yeah,
Yeah.
Right, right.
somebody gonna put you in a bad
Yeah.
place. Yeah, somebody gonna put you in a real bad place,
Quick,
But
they could cut you off.
And
People cut you off easy.
yeah, I
exactly.
don't think it's a bad thing per se. The guys that are born out, out the country or whatever, out of Africa or whatever. I think I call them the Mavericks, right? I think there is an angle to it, that they have a special set of skills that they bring to the industry, which helps, right? Because there are things that both parties can learn from each other, right? The local guys can learn from them, and they themselves can learn from the local guys
Yeah,
and
Well,
it's
let me
yes.
take piggyback on what you just said. There's two Davido songs. Okay, the one that he did, that he got 100 and something whatever views on YouTube.
Yeah.
In Africa, it's not as big. The one he had the woman doing the ballet thing and on African thing. That's not African. Ballet is not African. He had what's the song name? It was in a Rolls Royce. A white man opened the door for him. He got big recognition on the radio stations in America.
Yeah.
In Africa, they don't look at, because African girls don't ballet or expose their body like that.
No.
You see what I'm saying? But
Yeah, it
look
was
at the other song that he did. If you get money, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that relates. People in Africa can relate to something like that. You see what I'm saying? So anything, some songs they'll be like, "Oh, that's for white people."
That's for white people.
Songs, yeah, they say it's for Africa.
Like, what's his name? What's his name was kind of low key. The African crowd, we didn't really receive it that well back home in Africa. I know here we were playing it 24/7. I remember when he first put out Skelewu. Skelewu was not really, it wasn't really received that well back home.
Even
But
Joanna, even that guy, what you call the guy name that did the Joanna song? What's his name? The one that won the Grammy. What's the guy's name?
The one that did Drogba.
Yeah, Drogba. What's his name? What's his name?
Talk
forget
about
what-
whiskey.
Not Whiskey. The guy, the Yoruba guy that likes to sing.
Burna Boy.
Burna Boy. They was playing the Joanna. Everybody jumping at Joanna. I'm looking at the song is not even sweet.
It's not. Yeah. They
sing Joanna. They're dancing to Joanna. That doesn't even make the top 30 in Africa. You see what I'm saying? So certain songs are catered to a Western audience. That's why if a white man comes in, automatically they're gonna be like, "Oh, that's for his white people. He's doing it for his white." Yeah.
For some strange reason, Joanna was a big deal here, but I don't get it. I was like, that's not that. It sounds really simple. It sounds like somebody went to the studio and they just.
Another song he sang was yeah. Cardi B was out there. Yeah. They were spreading the song. Yeah. That wouldn't even make the top 30.
Back home in Africa, we're looking at that like that's not music.
That's not music. Yeah.
That's like lazy.
If you talk about Burna Boy, I don't know. You guys remember the new CD that came out there, the Monster CD, right? I mean, you can see one of the song. I think the song was called Monster. I think that's what it was with Coldplay, right? I mean, that was good toward the entire black race, right? The struggle, right? Getting paid, minimum wage, and being used up for 400 years. That cut through the middle, right? Everybody, as far as you black, you can relate to the song. Whether you're back home or whether you, in the state or stateside or whatever. So I mean, some of those songs, like you said, some of the songs do have some kind of label influence on it, and some of them, goes to the root, right? Just trying to figure out what the problem is and trying to address it, like Fela used to do, because Fela was more like a political person, right?
Yeah, he was a revolutionary. I mean, Fela was technically.
Hey guys, what we're gonna do, man? We're gonna go ahead and close out. We'll do one more round. So Jay, go ahead. Then Amara, then Max P. And then we'll close out. Go ahead.
As always, Prince, man, thank you so much, man. God bless you for what you do. We love the platform, your channel, man. You do excellent work, like Amara was saying. You put us in you put us on a map. You definitely put us on a map, man. We appreciate you so much, and I agree with this. I agree. I just hope that we don't get no selling out behavior going on with this Afrobeat situation. Hopefully one day we can get another fella Kute going, so we can get some real strong vibes in our system. But yeah, thank you so much, Prince. Shout out to my brother Mara, Fly In, and Max P. We'll catch you boys later, man.
All
All
right.
right, appreciate it, brother.
All
Go
right.
ahead, Amar.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Go ahead, Amar.
Yeah, yeah. Like I was saying, before I do anything else, let me again reiterate the hard work you put in out there. You know, when you first started, yeah, people were coming in like, oh, what is he doing? And then, no, you stuck to it. You stuck to what you started. You grew it. Now even your detractors are trying to inquire. Hey, Diners, how can I get in? Where you at? In the beginning, it was not like that, and you stuck to it because of your beliefs. You know, there are very few in 25 years in America. I can count on my finger very few African Americans that would go out all out like you have. Very few. You know, yeah. So on the misappropriation of this, white people trying to, yeah, just like we give the Burna Boy example, there are people that would jump on that and win the Grammys right here in America. But when they go to Africa, it's matter of fact, they won't even make that much money in Africa because people pay $1, you know, to go see shows and whatever. You were out there, people paying $100 to go see you show, you know. So even you come in the hot African sun, and your lyrics are subpar, you know, the odds are stacked against you. So I could see from over here standpoint, people trying to jump on a genre and make money for the Grammys over here and the local audience over here in America and UK, other places. But back home it's a hard sell. So that's all I gotta say. The guys that I just ran into, a man from Ghana, Nigeria, you know, it's been a pleasure talking to you guys, you know. And I hope we do this some other time. I'm gone.
Appreciate it, brother. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Max P.
No, I just want to say, as always, yeah, just keep up the good work. Yeah, I appreciate the airtime and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'm more of recent viewer to your channel. I only caught it like the last month by chance. But yeah, it's a lot of good stuff that you're doing. You don't really realize when you're doing it, I guess, how many different people it's reaching. Because there's people that watch your streams and that don't say nothing, or they watch you, but they don't subscribe. So you gotta remember that as well when you're doing what you're doing. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I've added you. I tell my people about your channel as well. They're looking to subscribe and just keep doing the what you're doing, man. Obviously no one knows how things are gonna end, but I mean, you're on a journey, and yeah, just make sure that no one takes you off that journey.
I appreciate it, brother. Thank you for joining. Flying Amber, go ahead, bro.
All right, bro. Appreciate everything you're doing. It's great. You know, it gives us opportunity to be on here and talk about issues like this. So I really appreciate that. You know, just to close out on everything that we talked about, I think Afrobeat is here to stay. It's not something you can just take it over overnight. If that's gonna happen, it's gonna be a while. But I don't see it happening. So other than that, I appreciate everybody else that was on here, and I think we have a lot to talk about in the future. Thanks a lot.
All right, no problem, brother. Hey, everyone, thank you so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, family, Dynasty Mirror, search for Huru. Peace.